Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So the new Ahsoka trailer has been dropped. Let's have a look and see what we can find.
War is inevitable. One must destroy in order to create. We are no Jedi.
I started hearing whispers of Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
What happens when we find Thrawn?
Power, such as you've never dreamed.
I've spent most of my life fighting a war. That's why I'm trying to convince you to help me prevent another one. You and I both know who could help you with this.
She's still just as stubborn as ever.
I bet your master found you difficult at times.
Anakin never got to finish my training. I walked away from him, just like I walked away from Sabine.
You never made things easy for me, Master.
As a Jedi, sometimes you have to make the decision no one else can. But I'm counting on you to see this through.
Nice haircut. Sometimes we have to do what's right, regardless of our personal feelings.
Buckle up.
If we don't stop Thrawn, everything will be in vain. You have no power.
Anakin spoke highly of you.
I'm not here to discuss my past.
We have a lot of work to do.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
Okay, so lots of really cool things to see here. Definitely it seems they're going for a far more action-packed show with the Ahsoka series, which is really awesome. I mean, it's what Ahsoka deserves. Probably one of the first things I noted was when they actually dropped the line of Thrawn is going to be the heir to the Empire. This does line up with things I've heard earlier, and just my own speculation that this series was going to pay homage to the Heir to the Empire series, which I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see how things are adapted for this show. Though I'm assuming that there's probably going to be a lot of changes because, you know, Ahsoka wasn't a character in the expanded universe or Legends. And she's also teaming up with characters from the Rebels series, which is actually really awesome to see these characters brought to life in live action. Something else that also really stuck out is we do see more than a few scenes of Sabine referring to Ahsoka as her master and also using a lightsaber. And in this one shot right here, she does look to be trying to use the Force in this fight with this Darksider. So maybe this is where they're going to reveal that Sabine is Force sensitive, which would be cool, but it definitely seems like she's struggling a lot more. They don't really show that she has any abilities, but just that showing her do the trying to use the Force push. I will say this though, I have no idea how they got Elon Musk to play Thrawn. All joking aside, you know, when it comes to Thrawn's casting, he definitely looks a little bit derpy, like almost like old compared to the other versions that we've gotten to see. And even in the book novelization depiction of how he looks, you know, he has these very sharp and regal features to his face, and this, it's like he's very kind of withered looking. But you know, this does take place after the events of the Rebel series, where during that time he was kind of at his peak, and by now I'm sure that this is probably more of the down times of his life, so he's probably maybe a little bit more disheveled. Ultimately, it doesn't necessarily matter in terms of casting, as long as he pulls off the attitude. That's the only thing I care about. Other little things that I noticed was this droid right here. It almost looks like this is like a prototype to BB-8 just by the head model. Has that very bulbous eye that is very reminiscent of BB-8, which I thought was kind of cute, but it also seems to be in relation to a toy. But other than that, the trailer does a good job leaving a lot of intrigue and what's going on. Like these Darksiders that are clearly not with the Jedi in any way, who are going to very clearly be the antagonists. I don't know if they are going to be Inquisitors. I've heard that a couple of them aren't going to be, but then I've also heard that this very specific one that has this helmet that's like knight shaped is an Inquisitor. So there seems to be still remnants of the Inquisitor organization, which is cool because I always thought that the Inquisitors were just an intriguing and cool thing brought to the Star Wars universe. Like in expanded universe lore, the only thing they really had were Jedi and Dark Jedi. They didn't really have the Sith. At least it's not explained in the books I've been reading so far, but with this, it's just kind of cool that there are these Darksiders that are continuing to work with the Empire, even though the Empire is now defeated. There's a lot of Easter eggs you can find in this trailer that are all really harkening back to the Rebel series, from the tower that Ezra used to live in when we first met him in the first season of the show, to even Sabine cutting her hair short, where she takes on like the look she had in the show a little bit more. But something else I'm taking note of though is they are referring to Anakin a lot in this trailer, and I'm really hoping that's going to lead to some flashback scenes with like a younger Ahsoka and Anakin, you know, just to see Hayden Christensen back in the spotlight again. But I hope they don't do it like they did with the Book of Boba Fett, where it almost becomes the Mandalorian side season. I don't want them to be over-focusing on Anakin. I would just appreciate seeing Anakin return to the spotlight again, played by Hayden Christensen. I do really like that they show the mural that is from the animated series, and it's actually done in the style of the animation series, which I think is just a nice little touch to the trailer. Also, I thought I would just mention this real quick. Rosario Dawson has been easily the most flawless live action adaptation of a character I've literally ever seen in my entire life. She perfectly embodies who Ahsoka has been built to be, and she plays the character incredibly well. I've just been really pleased with seeing her perform as this amazing character. So just seeing how well she's been doing and how well she seems to be doing in this trailer is just adding to my excitement. But yeah, it's got me pumped for this next show for the Star Wars universe. I'd love to know your guys' opinion. Have you seen it? What'd you think of it? Do you think it's going to be paying homage to Heir to the Empire, or do you think they're just going to be taking little bits of it, or are you a little bit more pessimistic and you think it's just going to be a blatant ripoff? Comment below, let me know. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts, and hope to see you in the next video. See you guys. Bye.